Let's bring in political strategist Caitlin Sinclair and reporting fellow for the Daily Signal, Elizabeth Mitchell. I have to tell you, Caitlin, I'd be okay with this since Democrats would lose 59 Electoral College votes, 8 Democratic senators, and dozens of members of the House of Representatives. I'm assuming she loves Tim Hortons donuts, so why doesn't she just go anyway?
A win is a win, Rob. But I'll say this to the state senator. As a proud American, I will gladly pay for her one-way ticket to Montreal on the climate-friendly Amtrak train there. But let's just get this straight for the American people, because there's more to this story here. So the senator is calling for the state to withhold its $360 billion tax revenue, Rob, succeed from the United States and join Canada to escape Trump's presidency. So one could actually look at that as a insurrection, perhaps.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, if she hates this country so much that she wants her state to leave and become a Canadian, then why doesn't she leave and run for something in, like you said, some province up there? She should be completely ineligible to serve in the New York State legislature. Elizabeth, you know, Elon Musk is calling out very disgraced Army officer Alexander Vindman, remember that guy, for alleged treason. Vindman accused Musk of being a puppet for Russia, but of course, Musk hit right back, God bless him. Vindman is on the payroll of Ukrainian oligarchs and has committed treason against the United States, for which he will pay the appropriate penalty. You know, Republicans have always kind of like tiptoed and took the high road and allowed left-wing criminals to escape accountability. Maybe he's onto something.
Yeah, this is a really
Elizabeth.
interesting statement here. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting accusation that we have here. One thing we know is that in 2019, Vindman said that he was offered the defense minister position in Ukraine, I think about 3 times. So he definitely has some connections here. And he admitted and said that he is in charge of a nonprofit that provides funds to Ukraine for its defense against Russia.
Yeah. Yeah, we should be listening to this guy. Caitlin, last night, I don't know if you saw this, but Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he dined with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Zuck is completely sucking up to protect his company, which includes, of course, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, you know, from any potential blowback. Now, this is a guy who spent $500 million in Zuck bucks in 2020 to help Democrats across the country and to defeat Donald Trump. What kind of protection does this guy deserve?
Yeah, Rob, I guess all of the American people are just supposed to forget about how we were deplatformed, conservatives, we were censored, we were kicked off of his platforms during the COVID-19 pandemic. How many people died under little Zuckerberg's watch over there because he censored drugs like ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine from credible doctors that were putting out these life-saving drugs and information, Rob? How many people died on his watch? Conservatives and Americans are just supposed to forgive him. I don't know. I don't think we're going to forget that quickly. Zuckerberg harmed way too many people, in my opinion, to just get away with kissing the ring here. Now, it's a good thing that he seemed to be evolving. I will say this. He created Facebook when he was, 19, 20 years old. And Rob, he created Facebook because he wanted to get girls, right? This was a very, a man who struggled with social interactions, and he was not maybe the coolest kid in school. So now he's trying to hang with the cool kids, trying to be around someone like an Elon Musk and a Donald Trump. And we have Mr. Musk saying, he's kind of being the level-headed guy here, saying probably behind closed doors to President Trump, not so fast. Let's be very careful who we let into this inner circle. Of course, it's the letter he wrote to Jim Jordan. That was big for Americans, but I don't think we're that quick to forgive when so many lives are on the line. And again, that level of censorship and cancel culture, we won't forget that.
He's still a dork. It's just that now he's a lot more attractive because he's a billionaire.
He's a rich dork.
Elizabeth, you know, you got the Harris campaign. They're coming clean. They're finally admitting that their internal polls never showed Harris with the lead, ever. Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised at all. It seemed like they had a lot of concerns throughout the race. We knew that in Michigan, one of the key swing states, they were concerned, even though the polls sometimes showed her in the lead or showed them neck and neck. Internal people, aides had said to Trump, and I think that a lot of this probably comes from the fact that she never won the race. She didn't qualify necessarily to be the Democratic candidate. Biden was who the American people chose, and then she was put in at the last minute. And I think that really showed. And it's not surprising that they were aware that they didn't have the lead that they wanted people to think they had.
Only Kamala Harris could spend $1.4 billion, go backwards, and end up in debt. Thank God she's not going to become the president. Elizabeth Mitchell, Caitlin Sinclair, have a great Black Friday.